Hello everybody, my name's Anton. Welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Revolutionary Front. Let's continue on, New Order. So I have finally, I've gotten my little credit thing working now, so it actually will show the credits for all the people who are subscribed that are worth the, doing the $5, $15 a month subscription. I guess the membership technically is what it's called. So I've got that working. It looks bad because I want to get like more of a professional artwork done for it, and that'll be done maybe by the end of next week. I'm not too sure, but I want to get that done. But otherwise, we have fully annexed one of the first little warlord states. And are we actually attacking Volga now? No. But we can. So yeah, let's attack Volga, which is you. Why do you cost 70%? I don't really know, but it looks like the Komi Soviet's going to take over you anyway, so that should be fine for us. We'll get this going here. Chaos and supplies are still looking good. Purple Army, prepare your invasion down into the south. And doctrines. I mean, we have basically only light infantry, so we're going to go with the light infantry bonuses first. I think that just makes sense. Everything else, I think we can basically safely ignore for the time being. Chaos is still looking good. I mean, you have so much command power. I might as well spend the 50 on this. Because, yeah, chaos is pretty low. Supplies are looking okay. We're going to get more in 2 days, which is nice. Is there anything else we can do with you? Not really. We can buy equipment, but I don't think it's really going to be necessary. We can loot more people, but again, also, I don't think that's going to be super necessary. Komi will be annexed into us peacefully at some point. And Gorky down here as well, we're able to maybe allow them to join us as well, which would be nice. Because if we can have, you know, integrate 2 different puppet states peacefully, I think that will be beneficial for us. Assassination attempt on both. I don't think that matters to us too much. Because Gorky right now, they're also communists, so it makes sense that they'd want to join in with us. And then they get annexed when I believe there's less than 4 member states. Is that correct? Integrate Komi Soviet. That requires it to be less than 4. Or 4 or less, technically. With us being among the last 2. Okay, so we have done Operation October. What do we want to do next? Additional effects will reveal themselves when we're at war. We're going to lose some supplies, but honestly, that's not too bad at all. So we'll get this one going. Okay, looks like the revolt in Madagascar succeeded against the Germans. I mean, it doesn't really do too much for us, but just having the Germans lose is always going to be funny. Because we don't like Germany. I don't know if you know this or not. We're not the biggest Germany heads over here in the West Russian Revolutionary Front. Now, we are low on manpower. That much I will say for sure. We're definitely a little low on the manpower front. I need 2 of you. You guys can just go on Blue Army for now. Now, I don't think anybody else is going to be attacking us. Because, again, the Komi Soviet's not going to. I doubt any of these larger factions are going to get themselves involved either. So we just need to crush all of the smaller states. And they should... I mean, they'll fall in due time. There's really nothing we need to worry about. Yeah, so you guys can push your way in. Do they have any units? 2 to 6 divisions. So the answer... as far as I'm concerned, is no. They're going to completely fall apart. Which I'm happy to see. Then we can spend, like, 30 political power, I think it was, in order to ally with Gorky. Would any of you just give me manpower? Division speed. Consumer goods minus 10%. I mean, we gain a lot of command power. We're getting, like, 0.6 per day. I mean, just be able to, you know what? Yeah, we'll spend the 30 points just so we can move faster. I think is probably worthwhile. So we have done In the Dead of the Night. Fantastic. Next up, contact sympathizers. Be even less chaos. So, you know, yeah, we'll get that going. Also, quickly show this off so that you can read it. Though I don't know if there's any other communists in our region. Social nationalist, you are national socialism. Yeah, so just me, Komi Soviet, and Gorky. Gorky, do you even have a do you even have a focus tree? You don't. Okay, so you're basically one of the little statelets that does even less. Okay, so Bormann has won the German Civil War. Absolutely A-okay. That's kind of to be expected. I'm guessing, like, whoever is the chosen successor has some sort of benefit as well. Independence in Anatolia. That's cool. That's nice and all. I appreciate it. Also, I appreciate everybody who has been watching the videos. I understand that there has been a drought in the videos that have been being made. It's because very, very soon, I'm pretty sure I'm going to actually finally be employed. Which would be nice, because it's been, at this point, like 4 or 5 months. It's not been a great time out there, and I'm sure maybe some of you out there will also relate with that. So I do apologize. It's been a very, very busy time for me, just in general. Okay, let's move you to the capital. Let's move you to Gaelic. You can move your way down to here. And regarding the Mexico playthrough, because I've seen some people talk about that. I know originally I did say I was going to do both at the same time, but it has been, I want to say, almost 3 weeks, 4 weeks maybe even, since the last Mexico campaign, before the last video even went up. So what I'm going to do instead is we're going to do Mexico after we're done West Russia. So the first 3 episodes, I'm going to re-upload them after this is done, and then we're going to start Mexico after that. So I do apologize, but we are going to be starting the Nubian Federation soon as well. So I want to have probably 2 series going on at any given time. It'll probably be, you know, West Russia here and Danubia. For South Africa, I'm going to probably do that. I'm probably going to finish that in like a live stream, honestly. I don't know, maybe sometime later this week. Just doing some dumping here for some information. The Memory Main Manifest. Out in an empty field between 2 nations, there was no sound other than the whistling wind. Young Clement was early in the meeting. That wasn't his real name, of course. He'd given a fake one to WRF agent he was supposed to meet 15 minutes ago. There was no knowing whether or not Agent Andre was telling the truth, or if he even existed. In fact, many of his fellow comrades had warned him that it was a trap. But this was an opportunity unlike anything else. No longer would they be sitting at the tables discussing theory or sulking about the USSR's collapse. They'd actually be making a difference to Russia. Making a different Russia. A better one. A large old truck rolled across the unmarked border, making a loud hissing sound as it stopped. It certainly wasn't what he had expected. A masked man in a military uniform dropped out of the truck, unsettling gravel as he walked towards Clement. His suspicions were raised, but were abated when he saw the hammer and sickle on the masked man's shoulders. "Comrade, good to see you." The agent motioned for the young man to come over. With a heave of the back of the truck, it opened, revealing something that was more. That was more than worth the young man's hours-long journey. It was a crate of weapons. Not exactly a large crate, but more than useful enough for their purpose. "This is for you and your friends," the man smiled knowingly. "The revolution is coming, Clement. The front is counting on you." This would be just what they needed. Clement closed the crate, knowing his time had finally come. The 2 men raised their fists in the night sky. Speaking in one voice, they said, "For the revolution." Now, what did that actually benefit us? That gave us... We lost 30 political power, which is fine. But we can now do some more decisions for political sabotage. Thing is, like, for the most part, that's not going to be super useful. At least not right now, because, like, all of these states are tiny and useless. Like, maybe when we start dealing with, say, the Central Siberian Federation, which is absolutely massive, it would make more sense, right? But for now, I don't see any reason to do most of these events. Like, we just outnumber our enemies pretty substantially. Okay, we have a spy. Let's send the spy to... You know, let's send him to West Siberia. Why not? Also, are you allied with us? You are. Excellent. You are also communist, which is a big benefit for us. What do we want to do? You know, let's get better hospitals. I think that seems more than worthwhile. Units are making good progress, and we should be done this war very soon. 633 men to 14,000. These are excellent ratios. I'm very happy to see them. Break through the walls. I mean, that 35% attack, or 30% attack, 40% breakthrough is kind of crazy. Those are fantastic numbers, but I don't know if I want to spend them quite yet. I don't know if it's really necessary. Occupy the Order of St. George. All states with the cores of the Order of St. George will have their cores be gone and ours installed. Command power plus 193. So does this mean that we just, like, instantly core this territory? For 48 political power? That seems kind of crazy. Like, does it just... All states of the course of Vologda will have these cores gone and ours installed. So it looks like to me that we just instantly core them, which is crazy. Okay, let's welcome the heroes of Gorky. Oh wait, we just instantly annex them. What the hell? Assuming that they say yes. I don't know if they can even say no. So that'll be done in 8 days. Tartar stand requires 30 supplies. What are we at right now for supplies? We're at 60. I mean, that seems more than reasonable. But right now, here's the thing. They're fighting a front right now. They're fighting against the Aryan Brotherhood. I feel like we just let them fight it out amongst themselves. Or I guess they're fighting against Samara. They're not fighting against the Aryan Brotherhood. They're the ones that are over on the other side. 5 to 7, 6 to 20. I think we just let them kill each other until we're able to just push our way through. Okay, every other country in Western Russia will take massive stability and war support losses. Honestly, that seems kind of crazy. Like, that seems like a great boon for us. I'm going to say yes to that immediately. Okay, there is the crisis over the canal. In 4 days, we should annex Gorky. That seems... It seems really nice. For our victories, for more war support. Okay, so now you... That's also like a large... You have tanks? Holy, man. Okay, all of these new units. It's an extra 10 stack, which is just absolutely incredible. Let's draw your frontier. Prepare our push into Samara. And the Krasnoy Samurov factory has been captured. We've acquired the Gorky tank factory, the largest producer of armored vehicles in West Russia. This factory was a vital part of Soviet industrial production and saw heavy usage during the West Russian War. In the aftermath of the WRRF's collapse, it fell into the hands of Nikolai Avrin and his divisions of bandits, who used the factory to pump out tanks for their raids on the Reichskommissariat Moskovin. An ignoble fate for such an important piece of military infrastructure. Tanks are rare among the warlords of Russia, making anyone who can produce them a force to be reckoned with, and making a factory of highly sought out after prize. Now that it belongs to us, we can utilize Gorky's tank factories for the higher purpose than stealing scraps from the Germans. Regaining the capacity to produce tanks will be another step towards achieving the military capacity of a fully fledged nation, and another step towards declaring a final victory in West Russia. So we just have cheaper tanks, and better tanks. Very, very, very happy to see it. What are you? It's like, why are you not actually on the front line? I'm not too sure. Now, you are 70% supplies, which is a lot. But, I mean, we need to spend it eventually, so might as well spend it now. So let's attack Samara. Get this going. Diversify to the populace. We don't really need to do that at all. What we need to do is actually bring more supplies in. Bring the war closer. It gives us 40%. Is there any penalty to having it be low? Or does it just mean that we can't fight more wars? If it just means that we can't fight more wars, that's honestly fine. Okay, more production units is excellent. Let's put through more on civilian economy for now. Because let's see, how is the economy actually doing? Like, now that we're annexing more people, yeah, see, the GDP just skyrockets up. Because we're annexing more places into our territory. And it's not cored yet. But after 48 political power, it will be cored. Actually, I'm wondering, is this 48's a weird number. Is this based on, like, chaos, do you think? Well, no, it's not based on chaos because the number didn't go down at all. But 48% is still a very, very strange number. Okay, Komi Soviet has won their first battle. So now, how many countries are in this front? There's actually 5 contenders still. And we need to make it sure that there is less than 4... Is it less than 4 nations or less than 4 contenders? Only 4 forces or less exist. Doesn't really clarify. I'm going to say that it's probably contenders. And that a handful of these smaller states obviously don't have any actual real chance of actually unifying Russia. So that makes sense for us. Kick out the ladder. There he was, the young mayor delivering yet another passionate speech to a baying crowd. Even from here, he could hear them, and the noise of the crowd made it difficult for Agent Pieter to understand anything the mayor was saying. That and the fact that he was hiding on the 7th floor of a derelict apartment block, looking at the event through his sniper rifle scope. What his speech was about didn't matter. The young mayor was clearly a talented orator. His ideas already a problem. Give him and his fledgling movement time and space, and their little mustard seed would grow into a gigantic tree. Peter had lived long enough to not underestimate seemingly small threats, and he could see one right about a kilometer away from him. He felt his hand press around the cold metal of the trigger. The politician was still talking, and Peter almost felt sad that this fire would become snuffed out before. Before his sympathies could become problematic, he pulled the trigger. Instantly, screaming and yelling, there was no more joy or laughter in the crowd, only the disordered wailing of those who had just lost their greatest hope. Racing down the stairs, he began reciting the reason that he had given his superiors over in his head. That the leaderless organization was like a headless chicken, and that the chaos from the event would help their front in their mission. Seeing the crowd in full tumult validated his decision. This was without question a victory. There was no possibility that there would be able to resist in such disarray. It was unfortunate, but these things needed to be done. Chaos can be a disaster or an opportunity. Is that just stolen right from Game of Thrones? Possibly, yes. Okay, we can get some breakthrough with our new units. They have a single motorized division. No, okay, they want infantry as well on the front. But nothing super, super crazy. We have both free production units and lost production units. You know, let's put more into military factories. I think that just makes sense. And how are logistics actually looking? We need more rifles, we need more trucks. It's not a surprise that we do need more stuff. But I think things are looking pretty okay. So if I press this, does this immediately core? Yes. Okay, that's actually kind of crazy. Oh my god. For only 48 political power, we just core all these territories. So obviously, if they all cost the same too, you want to core the biggest ones first. Also, let's make sure we don't have two blue armies. Don't want to get distracted or confused by that. And does that boost my... Oh, my GDP shoots up insane. And of course, the jet to GDP ratio plummets because our GDP is just so much higher now. Oh, wait, are you my puppet? Call the arms. Oh, we're already fighting you. Okay, no, we're good, we're good. We're very, very happy to see this. You've declared war on the Aryan Brotherhood. That is A-okay to me. How many troops do you guys have? 4 to 17, 17 to 18. I mean, the numbers are looking good. I'm very, very happy to see this. I think the Communist Soviet should beat the Aryan Brotherhood. And it is really, really nice that our allies are able to take territory of their own, so we don't need to actually conquer everything single-handedly. We can rely on our allies to do some work. And, you know, yeah, we can bring the war home. Because, I mean, our chaos is still very, very low. 250 is when it becomes an issue. We're still very, very on top of that stuff. Move you towards Kazan. Move you here. Bring a truck division down. And let's bring more troops over towards Samara. And, like, thing is, like, the Kazakh Soviet Social Republic, they're still communist. Turkmenistan is still communist. I do think that this is going to start breaking down a little bit as we go further into things, but if we're fast enough, we might be able to unify all of Central Asia under our banner without too much of a fight. And I mean, that would be nice, right? Okay, Slovakia has been killed immediately. That is not a surprise. Now, there are a lot of cities down here, which is a bit of an annoyance. What else do we want? We lose some supplies for a railway. Okay, we can spend some money. Now that our GDP is also so much higher, we can definitely afford we can definitely afford this stuff. I'm very, very happy to see it. German intervention in Africa. I guess that's for the South African War, but again, like, we don't... that's not our concern. That's between the Americans and the Germans. I don't care. Research slot. What do we want for you? I mean, we have a 50% discount on anti-tanks or anti-aircraft weapons. We might as well get those guys going. I see no reason to say no. Okay, what do we need? We need a lot of stuff. Let's put another point into artillery. And probably soon we want to start getting a handful of aircraft. I'm just going to put them on the list for now. Now, we have a handful of planes. I can't imagine there's going to be too many other enemy air wings that we're going to have to actually deal with, but... Where are you guys going? You know, you go over here, take these 2 tanks, push your way in this direction. Unfortunately, the tanks are not that good. They're good for breakthrough, but they're not really good at just fighting head-on. Also, you do not need to be on that front. I appreciate the thought there, but you don't need to be defending against the Komi Soviet. We're going to be more than okay on our own. Okay, so better civilian economy. You know what? We can go for another level of civilian economy as well. Okay, military rations. Ready emergency stockpiles. The cost to complete chaos is affecting us will go up by +10, but we get a lot of equipment. Sounds fine to me. Also, why is this truck so much smaller than the other truck? Or not smaller, I should say. Slower. That's the word I'm looking for. Also, we actually have too much supplies now. So sure, let's divert supplies to the populace. Let's occupy Gorky. Seems good to me. And how long until you're collapsed? You are almost there, but not quite. Move you in this position. Kennedy's been assassinated. I mean, these are all things we knew were going to happen. You go here, please. Have all these... Again, stop trying to go to the Komi Soviet. They are not that important. But if we take at least 2 cities, that should be enough for us to declare victory here. You go your way over to Balico. And is that... Oh, no, I guess I took this city back, huh? Okay, you actually are... This is actually taking way longer than I was originally anticipating. Because you guys are not actually... spreading out in a way that actually benefits us, unfortunately. Okay, we've lost Samara again. Move you over. No. You go over to here, please. Okay, this is just messy. Like, this is super messy for absolutely no good reason. Okay, move you guys down south. Stop being there, please. I guess the motorized are just like... Are you just like really, really small? Combat width of 8? Yeah, you're just like not very big units. Which is a shame. Okay, better stockpile. Okay, I will say this fight has been a little bit more difficult than I was originally anticipating. And actually, the Aryan Brotherhood is also pushing away pretty far into the Komi Soviet. Not the best situation to be in, but I think at least for right now, this is a pretty good time for us to end this episode. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Not enjoyed, thumbs down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.